Hello, everybody, and welcome to Go Buff Yourself and Thousand Faces present The City of the Crimson Tower, a Savage Worlds retelling of the Curse of Strahd story. This is chapter 36. Woo-wee! And my name is Ethan. I am your GM, as always, and I am joined by our five. These five incredibly talented and incredible individuals that I have coerced into taking time away from their busy lives to play this silly game with me. So let's go around and say hi to them really quick. First, we have playing Gloria, Anna Margaret.
Hello, so excited for tonight.
Playing Hawthorne is Sally.
Hey, you guys.
Whom a lot of you just saw streaming earlier. She is a true trooper to go from stream to stream. And that is why she crashes hard on Tuesday nights, and I don't blame her. Playing Karina is Matty.
Hello there.
Nyne is played by Mav.
What up? It's your boy.
And Brawk by Lauren.
Hi.
Few quick announcements before we jump in. First of all, this, like all of our actual plays, 18 plus for this is a horror story, so content, language, all that. There are specific content warnings in the episode description if you need that. Second, we've opened a new YouTube specifically for Go Buff Yourself. It's Go Buff Yourself. And we are going to be re-uploading all of our recorded campaigns on there. Lords of Sin, a new episode drops every other Sunday at 1 p.m. Mountain, and a new episode, or starting with episode 1 of Crimson Tower, also drops there the other Sunday, same time. On Fridays is it's Crooked Moon on Sundays, and City of the Crimson Tower, and it's Lords of Sin and Wild Beyond on Fridays at 5 p.m. Mountain. So, lots of content is going to be going up there. If you like our TTRPG stuff, please go check out Go Buff Yourself on YouTube. Give it a follow so that you can see all that we are doing. But thank you also for being here. You can listen to already past episodes of this campaign, Lords of Sin, Mothership, one-shots, all that on Go Buff Yourself as a narrative play anywhere you get podcasts. So if you're someone like me who benefits a lot from sound effects, music, ambiance, and cutting out the dead time of people like me having to look up rules, check out the narrative play version on our podcast. There we go. Gotten all of the required announcements out of the way. Now we can get to the fun part. Let's go ahead and run that intro video so we can get into chapter 36 of the City of the Crimson Tower. We are back. Sally just made Lauren cry by showing a painting of Athena in the background.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It is amazing. So, when we were last in Barraville, specifically in the province known as Vallaki Hills, you all had completed a very pressing matter that Father Lucian had requested you all look into, specifically the stolen bones of Saint Andrew that were used to consecrate the grounds of the church in Vallaki Hills. Following leads, you made it to a coffin shop where you discovered a lurking nest of vampires led by one female vampire with a silver canine mask who seemed to take great delight in causing any and all of you pain. In the course of the fight, through quick thinking, also known as sticking to the plan, Gloria managed to get those bones out of the building, into the arms of Father Lucian and Ira, and send them running towards the church. 2 out of 3 of the vampires were dispensed with, the third fleeing, disappearing, but not before Karina was dealt a mortal injury. And she was saved by something that had been lurking inside of her since a previous encounter with a few werewolves. And her body shifted into that of a werewolf, pouncing and attacking Hawthorne and Nyne. Through their combined efforts, managed to subdue Karina and allow her body to revert to its normal form. Hawthorne carried Karina back to the church along with Nyne, while Gloria and Brawk went and did a little shopping, found some replacement clothing for that which had been torn either during this fight or in previous ones. Your clothes have definitely taken a hit. In the process, discovered a toy shop by the name of Blinsky's Toys, and saw some very macabre looking playthings there, but the one that caught your attention the most was one that looked almost identical to Ira. And upon questioning Mr. Blinsky about this, you learned that this was a special commission by one Isaac, the henchman of the governor here. As the two of you returned to the church, you informed Ira of this, who a shiver went down their spine as they recalled when Isaac locked eyes with them on the street, and that he had looked at them like he recognized them. Ira and Karina had a very sweet moment, and we ended with Gloria and Brawk starting to enter the room where the healing, badly injured for the most part, but healing Karina had been laid. And as you open the door, consumed by a wall of fog that, even though I think one of you immediately tried to close the door again, had already seeped out enough to carry all around you and envelop you. And the last thing you all heard: I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. The mist around all of you coalesces into the form of a gray-skinned elf, familiar to all of you, the prominent scar on his forehead. Rahadin. The shadows and colors swirl around you, and you find yourselves, all 5 of you, standing inside a large tent. The clatter of voices, the clanking of metal flows from outside the tent's walls. And the tent is dominated by a colossal rectangular table, which is covered in an intricate scale map. You see that the mountains of this land climb to nearly 5 feet in size, valleys sinking into the tabletop. and a voice directly to your right. Lieutenants, good of you all to finally join us. Commander Gwillem, you have the table. The words were spoken by a woman in her early 30s with jet black hair, well manicured, kept tied back. Her now stern face is familiar to you. You've seen it both older and younger. She does not look too dissimilar to a young girl that you met at her home one summer afternoon in a previous memory. Yet now she stands, clad in armor of scarlet and gold, engraved with angelic feathers etched in the gold leaf. The individual to whom Stradia von Zarovich gestured, one Commander Gwillem, gives a nod. She has dark brown hair that is tied back into a severe knot, a scar down one cheek, in similarly colored armor, not quite as grand, but clearly of the same side. Thank you, my lady. Leans over one side of the table, over the map. The members of the Order of the Silver Dragon have been forced to hole up inside their stronghold of Argynvostholt. We have the supplies and troops for a prolonged siege. They do not, and they know this. Combined with their pride, they will certainly meet us in the field, rather than face starvation and humiliation. Due to the stronghold's location at the top of this cliff, pointing to the map, they will have only one direction they can go, towards the village of Smay. The people of Smay are simple commoners. They will not stand in the way of our attack. This from Rahadin. And we will do everything in our power to ensure that no harm comes to the villagers. Of course, my lady. I will lead the frontal assault up the hill towards the stronghold. Commander Rahadin will protect our rear and the tree line, ensuring that we are not flanked or routed. My lady, the safest and wisest course of action would be for you to take the remaining troops and protect the village from any potential attack from the Order. Stradia von Zarovich gives a nod, and Commander Rahadin looks towards the five of you. Lieutenants, your aid would be beneficial in any of the three assignments. Where can we count on your swords? You all get to pick. The three options were with Commander Gwillem on the frontal assault, with Commander Rahadin protecting the tree line and the rear, or with Lady Stradia von Zarovich protecting the village.
I think, Sally, you were first.
I just had a quick question, too. Are there children in the village?
Yes, of course there are.
Oh. Well, I'll be joining that way because, well, I'll project the children. I'm all for that. I'm perfectly fine there. How about anybody else?
I'll join you, Hawthorne.
Yeah, like
I mean, it seems
That's
like
the
you guys have the
go
rest of
anyway.
it.
If they can only
Yeah.
go towards the village from the stronghold, having additional forces there seems advantageous. It's not only to protect the villagers, but to be in that path.
Be the anchor.
The three in the tent, other than you all, give you a nod. Okay. chatter and conversational tones of the camp around you build to a roar. And you blink, and you are now standing in the midst of a small village ablaze. Dozens of soldiers, adorned with ravens, are locked in combat against knights in silver and blue armor. Strahd sits atop a stocky black mare and points her blade forward, shouting, "Advance!" As she does so, a javelin strikes into her shoulder and she is knocked from the horse onto the ground. Ahead of you, you see Commanders Rahadin and Willem galloping off towards their assignments, unaware that their lord has fallen. What do you all do in this moment?
I think Karina is going to rush to Strahd's side.
As you start rushing forward, you see that there are several of these knights in silver and blue. One is wielding a morning star that is at the end of a large staff, and is wearing brilliant silver armor adorned with a silver dragon, wings spread wide, and is just coming marching towards the fallen Strahd von Zodovich. What about the rest of you as Karina rushes forward?
So are we adorned in our own outfits, or did we become armored lieutenants
You
in
look
this
down
moment?
and you are wearing armor that is emblazoned with ravens. Leather armor with metal edging. You have a sword at your side, knives, a bow on your back. If you want a shield,
no
your
shield,
character has
though.
a shield.
Okay. I would say my character would have a shield. I'm a guarding sort of person. So
Absolutely.
I will run up with Karina, and I will be ready to guard while Karina deals with the wounded, because I can see the morning star, and that's going to require a shield to combat.
Okay.
I could see, I'm going to look around, and obviously I want to try to help anyone who's hurting. I don't know if I am able to heal as much as I usually can, but I'd follow Karina and try to kneel by their side and see what I can do.
Do you try to heal these wounds through your power first?
I feel like that would be my first thought, yeah.
You just can't tap into it. But you do notice that you have a pouch on your side that is laden with gauze, ointments, unguents for exactly this purpose. So while your magics here are not working, you start to open the bag and start to try to stop the bleeding or remove the javelin first and foremost. So here's what I need. Oh, Brawk, what were you doing? And not.
When Brawk sees that there are now two people on Strahd as well as Hawthorne defending from the front, he's going to go on the opposite side just to make sure no one gets around, no one gets in, and he's going to draw a bow.
Okay.
Keep him
Nyne.
back.
Nyne has found a target-rich environment and is just clearing out as many people as he can.
Okay.
This is a playground for him. He has found his place.
This is going to be a little mini game here, essentially. Let me see here. First of all, could I get someone to roll me a d4? Sally?
Who's doing it? I'll do it. Yeah, sure.
Oh,
I rolled a 4.
well, I called on Sally. You probably want it to be
all right.
lower than a 4. 2!
Cool.
A two.
That's better for you. That is how many rounds you are going to have to try to protect Stradia Bonzarovich here in this moment. So, here's the way it's going to work. We are going to use the quick encounter rules of Savage Worlds, which means you all simply announce, like you all just did, what you're going to do, and you are just going to make one roll each to represent it. We're going to do this twice. If you fail that roll, that's going to not be great for you. If you fail the majority both times, like if 3 out of 5 of you or more fail both times, that's going to be very not great for you. So just keep that in mind. And reminder, you all start with 3 bennies. For what it's worth. All of these rolls right now, because you all are in pretty dire straits, are at a -1. So, I heard Gloria going to tend to the wounds, so that's a healing check. Brawk, you pulled out your bow, that's a shooting check. With Nyne and Hawthorne, that is going to be fighting rolls, and Karina, what do you think you would be doing here? What skill do you think is relevant here for you?
Can I argue persuasion in the ways of trying to keep Stradia calm and grounded?
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely, I'm here for that. Okay, so
I'm gonna struggle at first and spin a Benny to see if I can do better. It's like really disconcerting that like my magic's not working in this moment, and it like takes me a second to kind of get back into my muscle memory.
Makes sense. And just so you know, with the -1, the target number here is 4. So, at the moment, I see Brawk with an 8, Nyne with a 4, Hawthorne with a 6.
No.
And-
Mine will be 3.
And Gloria
Got it.
with a 12.
Woo! Gloria with a 12. That was a very good use of that, Benny.
I
should
rolled
say.
mine, but it was privately. Do you want me to re-roll it?
No,
or
I
are
can
you
see
okay?
it. You got a 3.
Yeah.
Privately, I was gonna be
I'll
like,
use a
how
Benny for
dare
that
you
then."
not let me see?
So at the moment, we are sitting at, group-wise, 3 failures, or 3 successes, 2 failures. Nyne spent a Benny to re-roll, getting a 6. That's a success.
Wow, I really cannot roll today. I guess I'll just accept my failure.
Okay, so that is 1 failure and 4 successes. So, Karina,
I did get 2 raises.
you
If that means anything.
absolutely did, which will get taken into account. But for Karina, with that failure, as you're focused on Stradia, just trying to keep her attention on you, just trying to keep her conscious, trying to keep her calm, as Gloria is there trying to patch the wounds, you feel a slice up your back. As since you were wearing lighter leather armor, a halberd is able to, from one of the soldiers, is able to take an arcing upward strike, getting through the armor, and you will take 1 wound.
Does the wound I had earlier carry over?
No. You are technically at like 0 wounds here in this vision. The heavily armored silver and blue garbed knight with the staff morning star just thunderous crash with his weapon into the head of one of Stradia's soldiers, sending him crumpling to the ground, blood sluicing from the eye slit of the helmet underneath. Continues to march forward and points a finger towards Stradia and shouts. 2 other soldiers start to try to run around Nyne and Hawthorne to get to Stradia. But that is 1 out of 2 rounds successful. So, what are we doing this second round here?
Attack it!
What was that?
Attacking!
Okay, so you are trying to meet these knights who are trying to get around you?
Yeah!
Okay. You go charging into them, and what weapon do you envision Nyne has pulled out here?
Honestly, Rob, you know what? Not his fist in this moment. Would not be his fist. Would be a great sword.
Just a huge hunk of steel as you come running behind, come slicing down. Hawthorne, what would you be doing?
Hawthorne would pull out his weapon. Are you attacking both of them, Nyne?
I'm attacking the big boy!
Are you attacking the main one or the two ones coming at Stradia right now?
Two ones coming at us, behind, two.
Okay, are you attacking both of them or one? I wanted to make sure.
Both. I'll attack both.
You're going to attack both of them? I'll assist with the attack. Hawthorne would have a sword because he's a lieutenant. Although he would want to use his horns, he would have a sword. He would pull out the sword, and he would do a sweeping motion, countering with Nyne as he moved around and cut through.
Okay, Karina.
I think she's going to kind of turn her focus away from Stradia's mental stability and assist in healing.
Gloria?
So, I was trying to heal her.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still have the nagging sense that this is a memory and that there'd be something we could learn here? Because if so, I think that Gloria would be very curious and be like, do these injuries, is this something she has in the future, or like what's happening? Would I be allowed to like investigate her since I'm sitting here from healing to see if I can try to like get information about this?
What type of
like we're in the memory
information
for a
are you looking
reason. So I feel like I took the investigation ability because I think that I'd be wanting to look for like, does she have like a spell book on her? Does she have like, in addition to the sigil, is there any jewelry or something that I noticed from the future? We're in this memory, but I feel like there has to be a reason for us to see this.
Yeah.
Can I
Go
like
ahead and make me a notice check, and I'll give you a +2, which with the -1 takes you to a +1.
Okay, so I get +2 for my investigator.
Oh,
so
that's already
so
taken into account, so never mind. No, that's
okay.
That's the +2.
Okay, perfect.
And Brawk.
So I'll keep the -1 for the thing, and then
Yes, please.
okay, an 8.
8, noted. Brawk, what would you be doing?
Brawk notices these people are not stopping, and he does not want them to get any closer. So he's going to continue doing what he was doing and defending with a bow.
Okay. Gloria, I want to start with you. That was a success. That was a success with a raise with an 8. You notice a few things about Stradia. 1, she looks not decades younger than she does when you have seen her in person, but certainly younger. And as she takes a gulp of water from the water skin that Karina is offering in the process of then using it to wash the wound off, you see that she does not have fangs. This memory, or this time, appears to be before she became what she currently is. And this memory is likely one of the things that helped make her who she is at this day. You see as she looks up at you. Thank you. I can stand. And she starts to get to her feet, only for her knees to give out. Those of you who still need to make rolls. Karina, that's a healing check. Fighting roll for Hawthorne and Nyne, and shooting for Brawk. Yeah, Hawthorne?
Hawthorne? Oh, I'm sorry, Karina, what did you say?
Oh, I was just spending another Benny.
Hawthorne rolled a 4. but he's going to spend a Benny to sort of like get himself together, because he felt like they were kind of tossed into this situation, and he's been tossed a little bit and hasn't collected himself. So he's going to give it a try and spend a Benny and roll again.
Okay. Holy crap, Brawk.
Yeah, don't know what overcame him, in the current timeline. Not so great. Past ones?
Hey, you're
Shoot
in your
your
element
eye
I'm
out.
going
here.
to keep the first one. I got a 4.
Okay, so, Karina, you stay focused on your patient here. After giving her something to drink and she tries to stand up, you wash the wound and finish patching what Gloria had started, while Gloria takes a second to try to take the scene in. There is a thunk as Brawk draws the longbow he has in his hands and pierces straight right into the eye of someone who foolishly wore a helmet that didn't have a face guard, and just falls mid-run. Nyne got a 5 and Hawthorne got a 4. So the two of you go peeling off, chasing down those knights who were trying to flank and get a vantage to be able to stab at Strahd here. But Hawthorne, you knock one off their feet, bring your weapon down straight through, and Nyne, the other notices you just as you are bringing your blade down into the neck. You have to use your foot to pull this great sword out of this knight. And at
Little blood
this
splash on the face.
at this moment, as the larger of the knights sees that he is outnumbered but is readying for a fight against the 5 of you, 2 individuals come running from behind you all. They aren't armored, they aren't armed, but there's something in how they're dressed that is familiar. Older, but the colors that they wear, the patterns of their clothes. Old members of the line of the Vista come running in and look to you all. We've got to go, and start to put an arm of Strahdia's over one of their shoulders, the other arm over the other. Come on, let's get you out of here. And start hustling Strahdia away as she continues to shout orders and encouragement to her troops. The knight with the morning star sees her get dragged off, and the 5 of you still forming a bulwark against them, and just gives you and goes walking towards another area where the battle is still pitched. You all have a second to catch your breath. You say anything to each other in this moment.
Okay, I really like this one a lot. It was fun.
I should get a bow and arrow.
You really should. That was quite impressive.
We'll go fight some more. This is great.
What was this moment? What was this that we were a part of? I mean, it had to be defining. Was this when she was turned? What?
Oh, I was trying to get a sense of that. I think she was younger here than she was when that happened.
That's a good point.
She's not a monster yet.
No.
Do you think this is why the Vista are under her protection?
Most definitely. This feels really formative.
Should we follow her or fight a war that's already been fought?
As you're asking this question,
I don't think you can. Oh, sorry. I was gonna.
no,
say,
go
I don't
ahead.
think you could stop Nyne from fighting. I mean, can you get him away from those guys over? I mean, he's having a good old time.
take out like 3 more.
As sweat runs into a few of your eyes here as you catch your breath, thunderous booms beat on your eardrums, a divine cacophony. The swell of sound is followed by a cold shiver that runs the length of your spine. And the cold doesn't feel like it emanates from, or the cold doesn't feel like it originates from inside of you. It feels like it's emanating from the stronghold high on the hill. A blood-curdling roar rips through the air, silencing the battlefield for a moment. Your attention drawn southward. The sun above, glinting harshly off of a pair of gleaming silver wings and claws that crest the turrets of the stronghold, and you gaze in full view at Argynvost, Silver Dragon. And as it begins to approach the battlefield where you are, mist begins to surround you once again. But the years, war, killing years, wore down my soul, just as the wind wears stone into sand. And you all find yourselves back in the small room. Karina still lying, recovering from your injury. Those memories, just memory.
So that's why she had this. She took the skull for personal reasons.
You don't know she did that. That's from you playing Curse of Strahd before.
Yeah, we don't know that information.
You don't know.
Wait, we don't know that they helped her?
No, you know that they helped her. She said something just now about taking a
Wait,
skull.
wait.
That's because she has played
We
Curse
don't know
of
the
Strahd.
connection from Stradia to the bones at the moment. We don't know the connection.
Oh. Sorry, I got lost for a second. I was like, wait, I thought we saw them help.
No, you definitely saw that.
Gloria totally do that. It was Anna Margaret that had a moment of like, what?
Do we need to get... Okay, I'm putting... It's hard. I've never been in 2 D&D games before, and so I keep adding in V's voice. Do we
Talk
need
to me
get
about that.
a bag for Matty? Don't even start with me, okay?
Oh,
We need to get a bag for Karina. She keeps smoking.
I nudge Brawk. Have we saw before this happened and we got distracted. Brawk and I got some stuff.
That is true, and it's because she had a bag.
Oh yeah, I did. I always carry my handbag. Anyway, but there was a way prettier one in the window. But regardless of that, here, Karina, are you still really high?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, darling. And so while you're sort of just sitting there, I will, I'll try to continue to clean you off as best I can and leave the nice new dress in a little pile. And maybe gently try to coach you like, oh, we could have everyone leave if you want to change. And then I'm
Honestly,
just going to eye
it became
you.
a lot, and Hawthorne's going to be leaving.
I'm like, I got to
Hawthorne.
eye Hawthorne and Nyne for a second, like, if you need to change. And then we should probably talk about that, but maybe just like, if you want to be a little more presentable,
Am I not presentable like this?
You always are, but sometimes the boys, well, get freaked
The
out.
fuck I do.
You just
I
can't.
didn't do anything. I'm
Nothing
shopping.
yet. Nothing yet. You've been nothing but helpful. They just,
Okay.
they just get awkward. Remember Brawk? Well, I guess Brock's still standing with me. Brawk. Actually, never mind. Everyone's handling it perfectly. Here's some clothes.
Just continues to
Karina
sweat.
is going to just stand, or like slowly sit up and stand and let the sheet completely fall off of her, so she's 100% naked.
I love that for
Make
you.
eye contact with Brawk.
Brawk just turns. Oh, he just turns. And he's covering his eyes. So he's covered his eyes and he's turned his back. Just let me know when
And then
Four
she will
times
just
now.
ready.
very
going to-
slowly
I'm
dress.
gonna look to see if I see any like scars or pigmentation from the transformation as Karina is completely enclosed in front of me. I can't stop my doctor tendencies. And I'm gonna just see if there's any other wounds that I missed as I was healing, and take the opportunity to heal you a little bit more, Karina. So like,
So,
I wasn't gonna ask you to declothe for an examination, but I mean, if you're offering, let's try to get you healed as much as possible.
I will leave those descriptions about any pigmentation or scars up to Karina. I do want to... Karina, do you have any wounds remaining?
I do currently have a wound, yes.
Okay. Also, Gloria, take a Benny for responding to her disrobing with, I love that for you. That just sent me, and I wasn't able to give you that Benny in the moment. So, Karina does still have one wound. We are approaching the end of the golden hour here, where it can be treated medically. We also do have powers, though, so...
Okay, can I try to treat it medically just as this
Sure,
is happening to
absolutely.
see if I can?
Yep. Let's make a healing roll. Might as well try it.
You do know this is like the fourth time I've seen Karina naked at this point in
15.
time.
15? Yeah. You would
It's not often
remove
my
two.
patients are so cooperative. They
You-
just, you know.
If she had two,
Well,
you
she's
would have
standing very
removed
still.
two. So,
Very
but
Spread eagle.
you absolutely do. I prefer legs akimbo while standing to
Legs
the
akimbo.
phrase spread eagle. Let's go with legs akimbo. But
Both
the-
are bad. Both are equally as bad.
I don't know about
Brawk
that.
just passes out.
But you do notice, where were you still wounded, Karina?
Her, from basically the tips of her fingers to her elbows were both badly burned from her failed attempt at a Molotov. And that is the wound that remained, was very gross looking burns on both of her arms. As far as remaining scars, she has the one from before with the werewolf, so across her chest is still there. She has this deep purpley bruising in her abdomen that seems maybe semi-permanent at this point. And then her left arm hanging, obviously disjointed, to think of one of the worst words for it.
Paralyzed
side.
at minimum. And on that note, I want to break the fiction for a second to discuss just something mechanical. That is what is called a crippling injury, mechanically. A lingering, permanent injury. And there is really one way you can deal with that, and that is through the healing power. It takes an hour. It also takes 20 additional power points beyond the initial cost. And at the moment, our two power users have a maximum of 20. Which means that until there is a rank up, or until you find someone who can do this, that is permanent.
I think Brock's balls should come before the arm, but that's just because poor Brock has been,
Bless
Bless you
ballless
for thinking
for a
about my
while.
lineage.
Yes.
So that will obviously
Yeah, but
mean...
Brawk can still fight with one ball, though. It's fine.
That will obviously mean that in combat or stressful situations, you have one arm you can use, one hand. So no two-handed weapons, no holding a gun while climbing a ladder. Have a bit of a problem here now. But as Gloria patches up your remaining wounds, is there anything else you all are wanting to do here at the church?
Sit now so I can pick Brawk up off the floor.
Is she still nude? Never mind, don't tell me.
Oh, yes.
Pass out again.
It's gonna just open the door, just grab Brawk by his leg, just pull him out. Just let us know when you're done. Come on.
Drag him
I
out.
don't know if to take that as a compliment or an insult that he faints every time he sees me.
It's a compliment.
It's because you're radiant. It's a talent.
I think you're the radiant one here, Gloria.
That's when I'm glowing, but like, you know, the will magic using, I don't know. It was weird in that dream not being able to use the powers that I found here. It's a little odd.
A little disconcerting, especially if we're going to be shunted into dreams like that.
Yeah. Although it's weird. Do you ever feel like an echo, like your body is moving without your awareness? Like, I feel like sometimes, I mean, even now when treating your burns, I feel like my body just knows it, you know, how to do it.
I think I know what you mean. And honestly, before I spent the rest of the time here inebriated, I felt it too.
Well, then maybe you should stop taking things that are affecting your mental capacities as frequently if you're noticing side effects.
Not side effects, more blurred lines.
It's kind of like a side effect to me, but we could look at a little closer. I do think we should maybe as a group talk about the dream. So when you're ready, here's the dress Brawk and I picked out for you. The store owner said that they were happy to tailor it if you need an adjustment on sizing. And here's some new stockings. They had a terrible selection of shoes. I didn't get any, but hopefully yours are still salvageable. I did notice some people
Fine.
as we walked through the store, so I think you'll be fine.
The biggest problem with my world building, not a good enough selection of shoes.
You literally told us when we went to the shop it was the poor selection of shoes. I made a note of it in my notes.
I love that.
Thank you. Do you mind helping me?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
of course. As I get you dressed, I'm going to also just go debate with myself a little bit and then be like, you know, there's one other thing. And I maybe shouldn't have said it. I did tell Ira because it's a little bit creepy. But do you remember that gentleman, the one, Strasny Isik, that big man that was with the governor in the parade?
Yeah, vividly.
Well, he commissioned a doll from a rather creepy toy maker that looks just like Ira. Like, just like them. And we told Ira. And they were also concerned. And so we were thinking that, like, it was maybe just good to be aware when you're feeling better. Maybe we take just, like, a turn through the toy shop. Just...
I think we should take a turn to wherever that guy lives and talk to him.
I am not confident that's in our best interest, but I'm willing to investigate the possibility. Don't you think it's a little bit terrifying that he knew what they looked like, and Iris confirmed that they had never seen him? Right, Brawk? Is Brawk conscious again or eyes open? Right, Brawk?
I think Brock's been dragged out of the room.
We should talk about this with Brawk. Here, I'll help you put on the dress.
Well,
Brawk has good insight on this.
I'm sure he does. Ira's not staying here. They're going to come with us.
Well, you know, we had this conversation with Ira. I'd love for them to come with us when we leave the city. I don't think that they should go gallivanting
Yes.
around this place, even in our company, until okay, good.
Yeah, we're not leaving her alone in this church, even though this church is sanctified and safe from the devil. I don't feel comfortable leaving the city without them.
Oh, yes. Okay, cool. I think we're all on the same page.
Okay.
I'll start lacing up the back. Does it feel stretchy enough? I tried to get like an elastic fabric that maybe if, say, your limbs were to change any proportions, it should stretch instead of tearing.
I think if I'm to turn into a fucking monster again, the state of my clothes is really not my concern, Gloria.
You know, sweetheart, I actually feel like the way that we speak about ourselves is it manifests our reality. And, you know, really how you describe this situation is going to, and think about it in your head, that's going to impact how you're going to experience it. And then by extension, we're going to experience it. I think taking a clinical step back, analyzing the situation while you have a clear head now, or maybe in a few hours when you have a clearer head and aren't on a substance, we could that'll be important. As your resident physician and friend, I think that I have some authority here.
Have you grown teeth and claws and thought of your friends as food, Gloria?
So, as an infant, I did grow teeth. That's something that happens with my particular species, and I'm confident for many it's the same way. Claws depends on the creature. I personally don't. I have nails. I could dearly use a manicure, but that's not on the table right now. As for eating my friends, I personally haven't, but I'm sure that there are perfectly nice beings that have considered it and chosen not to. Or had their peers or associates convince them not to.
Thank you, Gloria, for the dress.
Of course. Here, let's talk to Brawk. I do think that the doll is kind of a pressing issue. I tried to buy it and they wouldn't let me. Let's go.
Hawthorne, I saw your hand, and then we're going to jump to Brawk and Nyne to see what you two have been up to during this conversation.
Okay, so Hawthorne actually left everyone a very, very long time ago. He started wandering around and sort of started trying to wander into like an office or any sort of back area that he could find of the church. And if he found any books or any papers of any kinds, he would start going through them.
The room directly across the hall from this office where Karina was laid on one of the desks seems to be Father Lucian's personal office. So there are books, numerous different holy texts to the Morning Lord and of St. Andrew in here. Is there anything in particular you'd be looking for?
I would probably start just randomly looking, but then whenever I saw things that I recognized, I would look around for perhaps a book that had less dust on it, or perhaps the books that are laid out on the table that someone had recently been reading, just to sort of browse around. I would start randomly looking, but as soon as I saw the Morning Star, and if I saw anything about the bones of the person that we had grabbed, I would probably delve into that more.
One of the books that is open on the desk is the Scripture of the Morning Lord with a ribbon that was marking a particular page. There are some notes that are handwritten next to it. It looks like Father Lucian preparing his sermon. for the next gathering. Nothing in here sets off any alarm bells, but if you wanted to, like, educate yourself a little bit on the faith of the Morning Lord, this is definitely a good place for that. And as
Hawthorne's
you're looking
pretty much just going to pitter-patter around, yeah.
as you're putzing around, there's a soft knock on the door, and you see Father Lucian knocking at his own door, seeing you in here.
My child, you seem troubled. Is there anything that I might be able to do? I know this day must have taken quite a toll.
Oh, that's so kind of you, Father. I was just sort of spending some time away from the group. I got a little overwhelmed with the amount of information coming in with the last couple days. How do you deal with all of this evil surrounding you guys all the time?
Father Lucian grabs two rigid wooden chairs. They aren't exactly the most comfortable. His, from behind his desk, has a small pillow on the back for lumbar support, but he pulls the two chairs up so that they're seated, they're looking at each other, and he takes his seat and gestures for you.
I find that in times such as these, it's the little acts of light, the little acts of love that allow us to endure. It has been some time since I've heard the voice of the Morning Lord here, but I see his presence in the hope of those who still dwell here, the hope that there can be something more. But I will admit to you, Hawthorne, that it is difficult to continue to see the light in all of the darkness. But you only need
Hawthorne.
look to those around you, those who care for you, who love you, who would give of themselves to protect you, to protect others. That is the light of the Morning Lord Hawthorne. He shines within you and within all of your friends.
Hawthorne goes over and sits down across from the father, and he has the book in his hand, and he closes the book. He just looks over at him, and you can see that Hawthorne's starting to cry. The sound of the bells brings him back to, strangely, children laughing and stuff like that. And he looks at him and says, I just don't know what to believe, who to protect anymore. It used to be so easy. It used to be so clear. I have these people, and I don't know where. The road doesn't look clear. It looks dark, and I can feel someone's going to betray us. I can feel something's going to happen in a direction that's uncontrollable. I don't know what to do. I can only just be a part of whatever is to come. I feel like a piece in a puzzle. I feel like I don't matter, and I just try to matter.
Ira is safe here thanks to you. Those who worship within these walls will continue to be safe thanks to you and yours. I have only known you a short time, Hawthorne, but you have given me no reason to doubt that you can make those right choices. And when you find yourself doubting, look to your friends. We must believe in something. For me, it is my faith in the Morning Lord. For you, perhaps it is your faith in your friends, or yourself. You must believe in something, or the darkness of this land will consume you, as it has so many others.
Hawthorne puts his hand in his pocket and starts feeling the braided rope. Then he takes his hand out, he stands up, and he hands the book to Father, and I hope my faith and your faith is strong enough for what is to come. And he just sets his hand on the father's shoulder and then turns and walks out of the room.
As you start to approach the door,
You wish to pray with me? I find that the ritual, even for those not of the faith, can still bring peace.
Hawthorne stops and thinks about it. He's never been religious in any fashion. And then he's just sort of drawn to the fact that maybe the father will get some peace out of this himself. And so he sort of just does it to humor him. And he turns back around and he sits down and he offers out his hands.
as Father Lucian takes yours and begins to whisper quietly, we pull out from that room to Brawk and Nyne. Nyne, you dragged Brawk from this room to spare him whatever was going to be happening. What would the two of you be doing during this time?
Kid, you can't keep passing out.
I don't know why.
Titties, man.
I don't know why. My entire body just goes completely hot, and I can't see anything, and then I'm on the floor. I don't know why. I think she likes making me do this. I think she likes it.
Do you like her?
No, I mean, like, she's messing with me. And he picks himself up off the floor. He dusts his knees, straightens his jacket. I'm gonna get through this, Nyne. I'm gonna get through this. I'd like to see a woman naked one day without passing out.
First of all, nice shirt, and you know what, bud?
Thank you. It's new.
Listen, that's a proper goal to have in life, okay? You know, there shouldn't be anything wrong with the human. Looks at himself with someone's body at all. So, you know, hey, listen, you get flustered. I understand that. That's completely normal. Yeah.
I just don't feel like I'm particularly good with people and women, especially and then they're vulnerable, and then I'm vulnerable, and I don't know how to.
The door opens, and Gloria and Karina walk out from the office.
Hey, beautiful.
Wow. Well, look at the dress, and he kind of leans, makes eye contact with Gloria, as if to go, all right.
I'll look back at you and nod like we nailed it.
Now, I have a question for you all. Just a reminder, today, this morning, was when you saw that procession of the governor. Late morning was when Father Lucian informed you all about the bones being stolen. It has been a long, tiring, strenuous day. And so, while I'm not saying you will have to go take a long rest or anything like that right now, you don't have to go get some sleep if there are other things you want to do, it is getting on later in the day. And my question is, would you all be planning to stay the night here? Or would you be planning to return to the Blue Sky Inn? Or would you be planning to do something else?
Are there any bookstores here in town?
Yeah. Sure, you can find one.
Yeah, I want to go to the bookstore real quick.
Are you going to be doing that, like, as everyone else is heading back, or are you going ahead of everyone?
Whatever the fuck you guys are going to do, I'm going to break off and go look for a bookstore. I got things to go find.
Okay. But just so we know where you would be meeting up, where would you all be heading?
Oh, Nyne, before you go, are you coming back here, or should we head back to the inn?
Hawthorne's already starting to walk out the door to go towards the inn. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Maybe we should stick together. Brawk,
Here's the thing. You guys go to the inn. I will meet you there. Don't do that. I will be fine. I'll be fine.
You know, truthfully, Brawk, we were fine, even though we went in that creepy store. So just stay clear of, if you go down the main pathway, hang left. There's a cute shop, then across is the creepy toy store. Don't go in there. Because we haven't told you what's in it yet. We'll tell everybody else and fill you in when you're back.
All right. Cool. Creepy toy store. Got it.
It's relevant. You'll get it later. Live in anticipation. It's ready time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Do you guys mind if I stay here with Ira?
Is this Ira's going to be staying here? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Looks at Gloria.
I'm going to try to
Nobody else
make
for
eye
me to
contact
look
with
to.
Hawthorne, who's clearly left. And I'm like, it's back to us.
I don't want to make this
Ooh.
decision.
You know, Karina, I think I can see why you would want that. I also think that it would be very good to debrief some of the stuff that happened. Maybe we make a strong plan of meeting up for breakfast.
I just want to feel safe for a night. I heard her voice in the inn, and I don't want to hear her voice again.
Oh. Brawk, do you think the inn is safe?
I don't really feel like anywhere is safe, but the inn is where I know.
Okay. So, Karina, maybe we meet for breakfast? Do you not want to meet at the inn for breakfast? Would you rather we meet you back here?
Can you please just meet us at the inn for breakfast?
I'll meet you guys at the inn for breakfast.
Thank you. Bro, I'm fine.
Yeah, same. Totally fine. Karina will finish filling you in about what we saw later, I guess. I'm going to link my arm through Brawk as we walk out the door. And
Just a reminder, you all don't have to leave yet. If you want to stay and have conversations now, you of course can. I was just trying to figure out where you were planning
Brawk,
to lay your head.
I assume, Brawk, that you're feeling as wiped out as I am. Just based off of, how much magic we've done today.
Yeah, I'm pretty depleted, and the whole doll thing was really scary. But we can talk about that later. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Everyone's probably safe.
I'm not totally confident where everyone else is going. Hawthorne's moving kind of quick. So let's just make our way back to the inn. And then maybe we'll at least tell Hawthorne about the toy store and some of the ominous commissions, and the fact that, I do feel like we maybe should have mentioned to Karina that next to the Ira dolls were the dolls of the devil, and that seems relevant. We can bring it up at breakfast tomorrow. Walking.
Yep, we see Gloria and Brawk hustling to catch up to Hawthorne. Nyne having gone asking around for a bookstore. Karina remaining here at St. Andrew's Church. And as we split the party, let's go ahead and take our
Yay!
break. Let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll be back picking up right here in 5 to 10 minutes, y'all. So don't go anywhere. Grab yourself some water. We will be back. We are back. We are going to totally break game really quick because we were all just over here like little nerds freaking out. Apparently, Kelly Clarkson just did a cover of What It Sounds Like from K-Pop Demon Hunters. Not saying go listen to that during our stream, because I'm not sure how well the music will line up with the content. But just throwing it out there for what it's worth. As we return, thunder, a light rain starting to come down along the streets of Valaki Hills, people hustling to get inside. The garish murals all around as you are hustling, or as you are making your way through the wet main thoroughfare of the borough. And as the three of you make your way back inside the Blue Sky Inn, there are a number of people in here right now. I'd say about 13 or so. And could all three of you make me notice checks, please? What'd you get, Hawthorne, Brawk, and Gloria?
I got a 5.
4.
5, 4.
A 10.
10. Okay. All three of you notice that as you walk in, Erwin is currently working front of the house, and he sees the three of you and nods to himself and goes behind the counter and squats down looking for something. All three of you notice that. Hawthorne, with that raise, you notice that, like I said, there are about a dozen, 13 or so people in here, not counting Erwin and his family. You notice that 3 or 4 of the individuals in here, all of whom are seated alone, just stare blankly off at nothingness. You even notice, Hawthorne, that one of them, older man, patchy beard that was once dark, that is predominantly gray now, has a small dribble of drool running out of one corner of his mouth as he just stares blankly forward. The other folk in here are lively enough. You all catch the tail, literally, of the coat of the flamboyant bard who you saw performing in here earlier. And Erwin stands back up from behind the counter, walks around, gets stopped by one of the customers. Give 1 second, just 1 second. Here, Hawthorne. He walks up to you, and he hands you an envelope, which has your name
Is this
written on the front of it.
There was
Erwin? That's quite of you.
Oh, not from me. There was some scruffy-looking fella.
Oh.
In an overcoat. Didn't recognize him, but came in and was very insistent that you received this letter today.
Quick question. How many people in this town don't you recognize? Like, seems like you would know everybody pretty well.
I know most folk who come in here, but I don't know everybody, and there are occasional new folk such as yourself who do wander through.
Okay, thank you. I was just curious if you're trying to figure out who it's from. Thank you, Erwin. Thank you. And he'll let him go about his business. Hawthorne's gonna turn to the other two. Quickly, I didn't know if you guys first noticed the zombies sitting at tables 3, 4, and I guess that's 6 and 7. I don't know the layout of this restaurant, but I also got this letter, and he's gonna hold it up and sort of just stare at it and go, Erwin doesn't know who it's from. I want to open it. Do you think there's poison inside? And he's just gonna sort of look at it.
Can I look at it too? Maybe Brawk and I should
Do you think
peek
this is like
through.
federal law situation where, you know, you can't open my mail because it has my name on it? Like, do you think
Maybe
that
can I just
applies?
like look at it?
Like if you give consent, I think it's fine.
Suspicious. Why do you want it so bad now? Hawthorne's just gonna like go into a playful mode.
Okay then, you're on your own.
Oh my goodness, fine. I was just trying to play. My goodness, see, this is why I like children. And he's gonna hand it over to Gloria.
Okay, Brawk, we should look at this. Can I make an investigation check or like, or honestly, like an occult check, like to see if it's cursed?
Whichever you want to roll, depending on what you are focusing on, feel free.
I think I'm more worried that it's like cursed or there's tracking or something. So if
Well,
I could make an
yeah.
occult roll.
Go ahead.
Okay, warning. It will be impulsive. Hawthorne will take it at some point and just rip it open. He's being
I
real
got a
nice and
9.
impulsive.
With a 9, you don't see anything. You don't see any strange characters on here or get the whiff of any reagents that might have been used in a curse. In fact, when you sniff the paper, it has the faint scent of old perfume. And I want to be clear when I say this. When I say old, I don't mean the perfume itself is old, but it's perfume that makes you feel like it was probably worn by an older individual. A slightly dated scent, so to speak.
Hawthorne, I don't think it's cursed. That's all I can tell you. I don't know. You might want Brawk to look it over. Brawk's really good with like chemicals and things, but from just looking at it, it doesn't look cursed. So I don't think
I
you'll
got
like
the okay, and he's gonna take it.
grow
and rip it.
warts or anything. Okay, cool.
Rip this envelope open, pull out a letter. It is written in a very, very, very fine hand. Cursive almost so fine that you have a little difficulty reading it. But I have sent you the text. I am sending that same text to the whole group now as well. Hawthorne, would you like to read it out loud, or would you like me to?
I can do it. So Hawthorne opens up the letter. It's been a while since he's read some cursive, so he like stares at it and like looks back, you know, like he's looking at like a 3D picture, sort of trying to figure it out. I was like, okay, I think I got it. Dear Hawthorne and esteemed companions, see, you guys are a part of this right here. Esteemed companions, I hope this letter finds you in good spirits and high health. Valaki Hills appears to have been blessed by your presence and the promise of goodwill you bear with you. Oh, look at that, you guys. Okay, I'm sorry. It has come to my attention that our paths, though they wind through such trying times, bear a striking convergence. Accordingly, I write to you today with a humble invitation to dine at my home. What Waterhouse? Is that Waterhouse? And he's going to show it to Brawk, trying to get the correct pronunciation of things because he's not that smart. Watcher House? Is that a Watcher House? It's sundown tomorrow evening. You may find it on Valaki Hills Northern Road. Gloria, write that down. A short distance from the Brawk, what's this? Virach Gate, Virach, and then he's just going to continue. I trust that this setting shall provide a quiet and welcoming environment to discuss matters of mutual interest and concern. My doors, as they have always been, stand open to those who wish for the best, for the good people of Barrowville. Oh, should you choose to accept, simply present this invitation to the door to my estate. I gladly await your presence tomorrow evening. Until then, I remain sincerely yours, Lady Fontana. Fontana, and he's going to hand it over to Brawk again.
Just so you all know, out of character, the individual, the signature is one Lady Fiona Wachter. It's understandable why Hawthorne had difficulty, however, because the first letter is a W.
Hawthorne is not high intelligence at all, so he was very proud of himself for how he did.
I'm proud of you.
He takes the letter. Wow, that's job, actually. Like, how did they know to write to us? And that we'd be here. Nah, I guess word travels, right? I'm suspicious of everything.
It's a good point. Hawthorne, do you have any acquaintances that might have alerted Lady Wagner we're here?
Hawthorne, after Brawk said suspicious, Hawthorne sort of perked up and just started looking around like suspiciously, like don't be suspicious, but he's being kind of suspicious. And then he kind of gets out of it and looks at Gloria. Well, the bard, I guess. Maybe the bard knows.
But bards tend to know stuff because they travel.
Do you remember how was she at the procession? Well, it looked like a parade, but it wasn't a parade. I mean, there's no happiness happening. That was truly happening. He's going to go off on a little rant.
Well, it does seem worth going.
Really quick, as you all are discussing this, the door to the Blue Sky Inn opens, and Nyne walks in. Nyne, you had previously gone off in search of a bookstore. You have a very similar experience to what Gloria and Brawk experienced prior to you, though you didn't know that, and that is that the first store that you went to that was a brightly lit, beautiful, picturesque bookstore, books on the shelves were carved wooden blocks. There wasn't even someone there attending the counter when you walked in. So you had to wander more off of the main street where you find a dark building, a swinging, creaking sign.
This looks safe.
When you walked in, an old man with very small little round spectacles seated at the bottom of his nose was deep in the middle of a passage and just looks up and gives you the most passing, "Yes, welcome. Let me know if there's anything that you need." Lip.
Hey, excuse me, sir. I'm new to town, but I'm looking. Okay, look, there's this girl that I really, really like, and I'm trying to get her a gift here. And she likes to read. She's really smart. So I wanted to get her one of these books here that she might like.
All right. Feel free to browse. Is there anything in particular that I can help you find?
You got a romance section?
Closes his book, keeping one finger in marking his place, and points a bony finger towards one of the aisles. Yes, all of those cheap thrills can be found in that aisle.
Thanks, dude.
What book do we see you eventually settle on?
It is called Wild Hearts. And on the cover is this ebony man. His face is wrapped up in bandages, except you see his eyes, his hazel eyes. And next to him is this porcelain woman elf on his chest. And his shirt is covered in scars, like they've been ripped. Not like that ripped, but like claw marks. And that is what's up there.
We see you return to the counter, the old man taking his eyes from his page just long enough to roll them and tell you the price. And then we see you walking back through the streets of Valaki Hills as it continues to rain. And we see you walk through the door of the Blue Sky Inn. What all do Brawk, Gloria, and Hawthorne see as you walk in?
Just Nyne kind of looking around, like trying to find my. Pretty much like you just coming into a spot, you walk into a bar, you're looking for your group of friends. Like, did they get a table? Did they go upstairs? Looking around, and he sees Gloria first, always. And goes over and he tucks the book in his bag that he picked up back from the church. Hey, everyone, what's going on?
Oh,
Hi.
Gloria, we should tell him. We should tell them.
Okay.
About that dolls!
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so we
Maybe
have,
someone's looking
What?
for Ira.
there's a lot of news.
My gosh, this
First,
came out of nowhere.
Hawthorne got a letter. First,
I
Hawthorne
got a letter. Yeah, what are we gonna talk about first?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we were talking about dolls, and that just came out of nowhere. And now I'm very curious about dolls. Like,
Brawk,
Okay,
hang on a second.
okay.
And then no, Hawthorne's gonna stop Brawk, and then he's gonna look around, and he's gonna find a booth. And he's gonna let's go over here.
Yes.
We're at a
As-
good table.
I'll grab your hand, Nyne. I'm glad you
As-
made it back.
As you
Oh,
all
thanks.
relocate, Erwin, who was bringing drinks over to you, comes to the table. where
Sorry,
you were.
Erwin.
Oh, no problem. It's a better
Sorry,
table
Erwin.
anyway. Here you go.
Our party expanded.
Resettles your drinks for you all and walks off.
Okay, so, and Brawk stands and he tenses his fingers on the table over the letter that he was holding. Yes, exactly like that. Over the letter that he had put on the table. So, okay, we got this letter, and he gestures to the letter but doesn't look at it. But that's the good news. Suspicious, but good news. We want to start with the bad news. The bad news is when Gloria and I were out, we went to a toy shop because in the window was a very suspicious looking doll, which we inquired about. It looked exactly like Ira. Exactly like Ira. And then the other doll looked like, with the hair and the, I think, and he said that he was commissioned by that guy that was super mean at the parade.
Yeah.
Who
I-
the
Strasny
dark-haired one?
Isik. No, the big one, Strasny Isik.
Oh no, the dark-haired doll was commissioned.
Oh, no, the Ira
No,
doll.
the Ira doll,
Oh.
which is even weirder because less people know Ira. I just,
Don't you
it-
think
When
that's
did
very...
they make the order? Do you know? Do you
Yeah.
know when they
Oh.
made the order?
Oh, no, we didn't ask.
I just know.
I was just curious if they knew Ira before they saw
Oh, yes,
them at
definitely.
the
'Cause-
thing.
No, because they saw
we just
them
got here.
today, this morning, and then we saw
is
the
cool.
doll in the early afternoon, and they
It's
said
already
that
there?
it's been in the window, and they've already had inquiries for it, and it's irritating.
So it
that
had
the
to be
doll-
longer than a day.
Yeah,
It's all very suspicious. Is all I'll say, and I'm just really worried about people recognizing Ira, like we talked about earlier. But at the same time, I'm just really worried about now there are more eyes on us, and gestures to the letter. Does anyone else want to talk? I'm a little lightheaded, and he sits down and take both hands on either side of his glass, and he just sips.
I think that was a great synopsis. I think that, Brawk, your last
Oh,
point
thanks
is
so much.
what's really resonating with me. It's the fact that we've already been feeling watched, and now it's clear that there's other people and other parties with different interests also watching our group.
Hawthorne's gonna take a shot of liquor and then elbow Nyne and go, I got a letter from a cougar. Oh yeah. And he's gonna take another shot of liquor.
And Brawk shifts the letter over to you.
Like an actual cougar or an older woman, and points to
Oh,
himself.
man, come on. Read the letter. Just read the... I'm not going to read it again. Don't look at me. Big words in there, like accordingly.
So he begins to read the letter. It's like,
As
who's Fiona Wagner?
As Nyne asks this, we pull out of this moment and back over to St. Andrew's Church. Karina, you had chosen to linger here. What would you be doing?
I think she would be doing nothing beyond watching. So wherever Ira is, Karina is. If Ira's helping somebody out or talking to somebody, Karina is leaning in the doorframe watching. She doesn't get involved, she doesn't help out, but she spends the time watching.
We see you in the leaning in the doorframe of the small but comfortable room that Father Lucian has set aside now for Ira to use for as long as they wish. Ira doesn't have much to unpack. And so after setting their things down and pulling out the few belongings that they have, just turns to look at you. I think it's gonna be alright here. Just, better than it was. Are you okay? I don't mean physically. I mean, you're alright. I know today was hard. Reasons I probably don't even understand.
I don't know. I wish I could just say I'm fine and move on, or be able to put my finger on what's wrong, but I don't know.
I know it's a stupid question. I always hated it when people ask me that. What are you supposed to say? Are you alright? No. It's alright to not be alright.
I want to be alright. I want to be strong like Nyne and Hawthorne. I want to be capable like Gloria and Brawk. But I'm not. And I'm not saying that to belittle myself or to insult myself, but I'm not a fighter. And don't have access to the magics or the powers that our friends use. Half the time I feel like I burden more than I help.
Imagine how I feel then. And they walk up to you and they give you a kiss on the cheek. But I want to remind you about something that I told you. I don't kiss idiots. Talking that way about yourself. There's more strength than the strength of arms. I wish you could see yourself the way that I do. The way that others clearly do. You are brave and strong. Just because you
That's
feel
stupid.
a little bit. Just because you're weak for a moment doesn't mean you aren't strong. Strength doesn't mean that you don't feel weak, it means that you carry on in you. And you're carrying on. I'm proud of you. For what that was.
It's worth a lot, Ira.
Well, let's get your mind off of it for a little bit. I don't think that these sheets have been changed since I was born. So, let's go ahead and change these, shall we? And pulls the very, like, paper-thin sheets off of this bed with just a plume of dust. Father Lucian is a sweetheart, but he's no innkeeper. Let's see if we can make this place feel a little like a home for a little while.
Because I'm not sleeping on that.
Oh, were you planning on staying here? I don't remember inviting you to stay in my bed.
Well, that's a cold building, and I'd hate for you to catch a chill.
Look at you. Always the thoughtful one. Grab that sheet, will you? And we see the two of you changing the sheets, dusting a little bit, getting cobwebs out of here. Ira using a sleeve of a shirt they aren't wearing right now to wipe the windows free of dust a little bit. The young lad who helps around the church clearly has more demanding responsibilities than cleaning this spare guest bedroom that no one has been using. And after the cleaning is done and the sheets are changed, Ira sits down on the side of the bed. Do you think that... You mentioned that you'd been feeling more like a burden than a help. That's how I always feel. I was worried that it was going to drive Mark insane, but he always loved me. Do you think that others hate me for what I've put them through just by being me?
Karina's gonna go and sit next to Ira and just put an arm around their shoulders. No. I don't think people hate you. I don't think any of our friends hate you. I don't think they're actually capable of hating somebody like you. And you're far from a burden, Ira. You've given us purpose in this world. You've given us direction where we could easily get lost in the fog, and that is not nothing.
Then let me ask it differently. Do you think they think me weak?
No.
Well,
For the
then
same
why
reason
would they think you're weak, Karina? If I've been a burden and they don't think that I'm weak, why would they think that way about you when you have been so endlessly helpful? That's right, walked your pretty ass into a trap.
Okay. I see how this is gonna be.
Good. I'm glad. It's good that you know that ahead of time if you're going to be staying here, and make sure I don't catch cold. Well, you've been enough of a help. I'm going to go see if good father would be kind enough to direct me to where I could make us a cup of tea. Does that sound good to you?
Thank you, Ira.
Anytime. They turn and leave you in this room, just the sound of the rain pattering against the window. Is there anything else in either of the groups anyone would be wishing to do tonight? Discussion, actions, anything like that?
Hawthorne wants to look at Gloria Hawthorne was to look at Gloria and go, "Hey, Gloria, you think my outfit's okay for, meeting my lady friend?" He's just going to be kind of funny about it. But you're going to look down at his outfit, and it is quite covered in, it looks like it's half pink because the amount of blood that has been covered in it, and he's cleaned it a couple of times, and there's like shreds and holes in it, and it's like tattered and everything. And he's like looking up and down and like looking at you. What do you think?
You know,
she
you
sent me the letter.
always look great, but I think that leveling up your outfit before the meeting would be really advantageous. Brawk and I know a good spot.
I'm pretty good at shopping now, so I can totally help you.
I do not want to go shopping. No.
Why don't we... Brawk, we could pick something up like we did for Karina.
Do you trust me for this grand
Well, of
task?
course I trust you, but is this necessary? And he's gonna look down. He's gonna be like,
yes.
I mean, come on.
Brawk's outfit almost gave the store owner a heart attack.
Yep, that is actually true. So I can only imagine how she will react to.
Well, you've had way more wounds than I have, so it probably.
Yeah, but you get people
but
on
you get hit more, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. I had that intestine right here, and then I remember that one guy's spleen was just sprawled. Yeah,
You're just going over like your clothes and looking at the different blood splatters and like, oh yeah, that was from
that guy. Yeah, he lost a fingernail and his tooth in my. I pulled that out. That was interesting.
Nyne, I'm really excited for dinner tomorrow.
Brawk shifts over to Hawthorne's side.
Tonight,
I am too.
I know that there's this. When were you planning? Do you think tomorrow's
tomorrow
okay?
night. Tomorrow's a good time.
I thought we have a thing tomorrow evening. Don't we have a thing tomorrow evening? Is that tomorrow evening? He's going to take out the letter again and start trying to read it.
Well, if we have the engagement tomorrow, then I guess I have 2 days to look forward to our date. You know, I've always been a believer that looking forward to something is half the fun of doing it.
Yeah, but our thing is more important than that because it's something that I want to do for you, and I don't know this lady. I know you, and I want to do something nice for you. So that's more important to me.
So we could skip the dinner with the lady and.
As you all are having this conversation, Nyne, you just feel a meaty hand on your shoulder, and Erwin is just like has come by, refilled people's drinks, and he just leans in next to you.
Danny told me to let you know that we have that space ready for you all whenever you were wanting that. You just let us know. But if there's anything else I can get any of you all, you just let me know. I wasn't here.
Thanks, Erwin.
So you're thinking tonight?
If you are up for it, then yes, I can do it tonight.
Well, you know, I followed the plan, so I'm actually feeling okay after the fight, so...
You know what? Since you followed the plan, your reward is a date night with me and you. How about that? That's your reward.
I better go just powder my nose and tidy my hair, so I'm going to slip out of the booth and I'll run upstairs to get ready.
Hawthorne's just peeking over the letter, watching this all happen.
Hawthorne, do you want to drink copious amounts of alcohol tonight?
Hawthorne leans back.
Your date tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, he's just sort of get himself real comfortable in this spot.
As you, Brawk, raise your hand for Erwin, he is already there with, he's just right next to you all in a flash.
Yeah, can I get some drinks for the Lonely Hearts Club?
Don't call us that.
Oh shit! I have to go get ready.
You gotta go, my guy. You're gonna kill it. And he gives a little punch to your shoulder. You got this. And his eyes are wide and glistening, a big old smile on his face. He has the utmost faith in you.
Remember, she could fly away from you, so, be nice.
How the fuck would you say that?
He didn't mean it.
Honest truth.
He was just
honest truth. He takes another shot.
You should go. Go.
Nyne, you had stopped like at the bottom of the stairs with that shout from Hawthorne about flying away, and then you start heading off to get ready, and we see this wonderful bro moment with Brawk, Hawthorne, and Erwin all watching Nyne go upstairs to get ready, and Erwin just looks at the two of you. His eyes get wide, and he raises his eyebrows as he just gives a shake of his head. Oof.
Well, at least there's some joy in this place. And he raises his glass and looks at Erwin. Right?
Hawthorne's looking Erwin up and down. Hey, you have a shirt I could borrow?
You ask this as Erwin is still watching Nyne and looking at you all, and Danny walks over and thumps him on his shoulder. Wouldn't hurt you to show a little romance every now and then. Just because we've been married 30 years doesn't mean I still don't like wooing. When's my date?
Oh.
And she walks off and turns around with a smirk and a wink. Now I've gone and gotten in trouble. Look at what you've all done. All right. Danny!
That doesn't look like trouble, does it?
Goes hustling after her, and she stops at the door that leads to the back room, looks behind her to make sure her husband is following with a sly smile, heads through the door. And as he gets to the door, he turns to the two of you again and gives a small little flourishing bow as he just walks backwards through the door.
I'm just gonna do like a little golf clap, sort of like clapping my hands together.
With Nyne,
Don't worry, that'll be you tomorrow.
With Nyne and Gloria upstairs preparing for their date, Karina still at St. Andrew's Church with Ira, Brawk and Hawthorne with a full bottle of wine in front of them here in the common room of the Blue Sky Inn. That's where we will close the curtain for tonight, and we will pick up with our little date, and then perhaps also our dinner the next night. Lots of social engagements coming up on City of the Crimson Tower. Thank you all so much for being here for this session 36. Before you go anywhere, please don't yet, because we're going to raid. Let us just do our sign off, and then we'll get a raid going. So let's go ahead and go in reverse order here. Let people know where you can find them when they're not here rolling dice. Lauren.
Hi, I'm here. I'm also on other places on the internet. 1,000 Faces Cosplay, 95% Lauren. You can find my booty just about anywhere. And I am gaming. I just played a scary game yesterday called Fear the Spotlight, and it was really scary and super spooky. So, and there's another half to it, so I'm gonna do that again.
And she never plays
so stay
scary
tuned for that.
games.
I never do, because I cried several times, but it's okay. Come watch me cry. Okay, bye. Also roll dice. Okay, bye.
Mal.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite blackout internet here. You can find me at DigitalClubhouseTV, where I play a wide variety of games. You can find me here tomorrow night, well, on my stuff, tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, when I'm back at Arcadia Bay with more Life is Strange Before the Storm. I get the shit talk as a mechanic, and it's great.
Oh, Chloe. Matty. Oh, Chloe.
Hi. You can find me on Mythical Cosplays. Currently working on a Julian cosplay from the campaign 4 of Critical Role. And if you're Western Canada, I am guesting at the Vancouver Fan Expo next month, February 14th. So come say hi if you're around.
Congratulations, buddy. Well deserved.
I'm so excited.
Sally?
Hey you guys, SallyQuinnCreations. You can find me everywhere at SallyQuinnCreations. We're rocking on Twitch every single week. We're doing things. We're making art. Come by and say hi. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself. Thanks, Ethan.
Thank you. And Anna Margaret.
Thanks for hanging out. You find me everywhere online at It's Anna Margaret. I just got back from the world premiere of the new Star Trek show, Starfleet Academy. I got to see the first episode a little early and really liked it. So definitely you can see my initial thoughts that I've posted everywhere, but it'll be releasing soon. And like I said, I was really pleasantly surprised by how much I liked it. And so hopefully other people like it too, and let me know what you think if you end up watching the show or my thoughts on it.
If you're a Trekkie, there are few people I trust more on Trek topics than It's Anna Margaret. So if she endorses it, I'm going to be watching it. Speaking of me, my name is Ethan. You can find me as the Buff DM, the other half of Thousand Faces Cosplay, and as the Forever DM here on Go Buff Yourself. Please check out Go Buff Yourself everywhere, Buff DM everywhere for all of your TTRPG needs, from advice to actual plays. With that, let's go ahead and get a raid going. We're going to be raiding in on another TTRPG channel that is playing the Cosmere RPG. So if you are a fan of Brandon Sanderson's work, I have these books and haven't gotten to play the system yet, so I am very, very, very excited to see this. You have them too? Oh,
I've read them and they're super good. My friend has them.
Yes. I still have to read Wind and Truth. There's my to-be-read pile is large. I'm working through John Gwynn's work. So, until we see you all next time, friends, which I believe the next time we will be live on Twitch will be Saturday for the Wild Beyond. But if you want to catch up on the City of the Crimson Tower, Lords of Sin, Wild Beyond, or Crooked Moon, you can find those getting constantly updated on the Go Buff Yourself YouTube. Brand new channel, just made this year. Those are all my announcements. Until we see you next time, it's a tough time out there, a scary time, so be extra good and kind to yourself. And remember what Ira said, just because you have a moment of weakness doesn't mean you aren't strong. Being strong means persevering anyway. So, you all are strong, stay strong, and until we see you next time, friends, we love you, fuck fascists, and go buff yourselves. Bye, y'all!